Students, in our today's class, we are going to discuss exercise 18 from statistics. Okay, so I'll start solving from question number 2. Okay, the question number 1 is very easy. Okay, that is the same type of questions in your example also. Okay, that I have explained before. So I'll start solving from question number 2. Okay, so you can see here the first question is given to us. Okay, so our first question is, okay, the marks obtained by 30 students of a class in a test out of 10 marks are as follows. Okay, in a class test, okay, these are the marks obtained by the students in a class test out of 10 marks. Okay, now make a frequency distribution table for the above data. That means we have to make a frequency distribution table, okay, for this above mentioned data. Okay, and use the table to find this. That means these are few questions are here, we need to find out the solution to this as well. Okay, now see how to solve this one. Students, here I have arranged all the entries in your ascending order. Okay, so in our previous classes also, or in your introduction section, I have said, okay, whatever the data is given to you, first of all you need to arrange them in a ascending order or in your descending order. Okay, so that it will be easier for you to it will be easier for us to, okay, so it will be easier for us to, okay, this make this table. Okay, then you can see here, so first of all of you know, in a frequency distribution table, okay, we need to write class intervals, okay, and then the tally marks and the frequency. Okay, but in this question tally mark is not that important. Okay, but I'll show you how to fill this tally mark sections also. Okay, in one question I'll try to show you everything here. Okay, so first of all, okay, the class interval is 0 to 2. Okay, now here the question arises, why I have chosen the class interval from 0 to 2. Okay, so for that, first of all you need to check what is the smallest your entries here, that is your 1, and what is the greatest entries here, that is your 10. That means if you consider a class interval, okay, from 0 to 10, okay, that means you need to write all the entries in a one class interval, because 0 to 10 means what? 0 to, when I am writing your class interval from 0 to 10 means what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this till 10 I need to count. Okay, so that's why I have considered as a range of what your class interval is your 0 to 2. Okay, then see here, 0 to 2, 2 to 4, okay, 4 to 6, 6 to 8, then 8 to 10, and 10 to 12. Okay, now we'll start counting. Okay, now 0 to 2 means what? 0 to 2 means, always you should know, okay, when there is a class interval 0 to 2, this 2 is excluded here. Okay, that means you can count 0 and 1 only. Okay, but in our data, is there any 0? No zeros are there, so but 1 is here. So 1 is for how many times here? It is repeated for 2 times. Okay, so you write frequency as what? Your frequency is going to be 2. Okay, now the next is your 2 to 4. Okay, now 2 to 4, when, okay, when I'm writing 2 to 4, that means what I can write here, I can write here 2 and 3 only. Okay, because 4 must be excluded. Now see, 2 and 3 together how many times repeated here? Okay, this is 2 and these are the 3's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it is repeated for how many times? Okay, it is repeated for 5 times. So 2 to 4, so our frequency will be how much? Your frequency will be 5. Okay, then go for the next interval, that is your 4 to 6. Okay, when the interval is 4 to 6, here also you need to count 4 and 5 only. Okay, 6 is excluded. Now you see here, 4 and 5 together for how many times it is repeated here? Okay, then we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, clear? So 4 is repeated for 5 times and 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is repeated for 5 times and 5 is repeated for 4 times. So what will be the total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means 4 and 5 together, okay, it's repeated for how many times? It is for the 9 times. So our frequency will be how much? Our frequency will be, that is your 9. Okay, then next you come for 6 and 8. Okay, Now for 6 and 8 I need to count 6 and 7 because 8 is excluded. Now see 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, now 6 and 7 is repeated for how many times? That is your 6 times. Okay, so you write here 6, so this will be our what your frequency. Okay, then next we'll check for 8 to 10. Okay, when it is 8 to 10, okay, we must count your 8 and 9 only, isn't it? Now you see here 8 is 1 2 3 and 9 is for 2 times, so 4 5, so total is how many times? That is your 5 times. Okay, so you write here 5. Okay, then lastly we have a 10 to 12. So 10 to 12 means we need to count 10 and 11. Okay, but see, is there any 11? No, so you need to count 10 only. So 1 2 3 for how many times? It is for your 3 times. Okay, now in our question we were given that, okay, total 30 students. Okay, total 30 students sit for the examination. Okay, that means these are the what, these are the number of these are the marks obtained by the students. Okay, now these are the marks obtained by the students, and which gives us the idea about the number of students as well. Now I'll add all this together. Okay, 2 plus 5, that is your 7, 7 plus 9, that is your 16. Okay, 16 plus 6, that is your 22, 22 plus 5, that is your 27, 27 plus 3, that is your 30. That means we are getting the your frequency for the 30 students here, so our entries are correct here. Okay, then we'll try to solve the question sections. Okay, so few questions are given here. Okay, now see how to solve these also. Okay, so the first question is the number of students passed if the minimum pass marks are 40%. Okay, now if the minimum pass mark is 40%, then we need to find out, okay, what number of students have passed the examination. Okay, then see this one also. Now, okay, they have said that 40% is what your pass mark. That means what was the total marks? It is already mentioned in the question. You can see it is 10. Now we'll find out what is the 40% of 10. Okay, now 40% of 10, that means you see 40 by this 40% can be written as 40 by 100 into 10. Okay, this 0 got cancelled, this 0 got cancelled, then what is your answer? 4. That means, okay, the number of students who has got 4 or more than 4, they have passed their examination. Okay, but the students who got less than 4, okay, all of them have failed the examinations. Okay, now we'll count. Okay, then we'll see here. Okay, so first of all, see here 2 to 4. Okay, now this range 2 to 4 means what? Actually we have counted here 2 and 3 only. 2 and 3 is repeated for how many times? Okay, 5 times. Now see what is the pass mark? That is your 4. That means this the number of students who comes under this class interval, all of them have failed. Okay, but we need to count the what number of students have passed the examination. Now see 4 and 6. 4 to 6 means what? Where we can count 4 and 4 and 5, that means 4 and all the entries more than 4. That means from here can we count? Because from this range, okay, these are the number of students who has passed because they have secured, okay, more than 5. Then you can add all this together. Okay, 9 plus 6. Okay, that means I can write here the number of students who have passed the test. Okay, so the number of students who has passed the test, so I will add it here. Okay, so the number of students who have passed the test. Okay, then the first number is your 9, then that is your next is 6, then next is your 5, then next is your 3. Okay, then you add all this together. 9 plus 6, that is your 15. Okay, 15 plus 5, 20, plus 3, that is your 23. That means, okay, out of 30, 23 students have passed their examination. Okay, so this is our the answer to the first question. Hope all of you have understood. Now we'll go for the second one. Okay, the second question is your how many students failed. Okay, so we need to find out how many students failed. Okay, then the next is your the number of students, the number of students, okay, who failed. Okay, who failed their their test, or you can say who failed. Okay, then see what was the total number of students. The total number of students was how much? That is your 30. The total number of students was 30. Okay, and out of 30, 23 have passed the examination. That means what? The remaining must have failed their examination or the test. Okay, so 30 minus 23, that is your 7. That means see, so 7 number of students have failed. Or if you want to see through the table, then also you can see here 0 to 2 and 2 and 4. That means the number of students who comes under these two range, they have failed. In 0 to 2, 0 to 2 means what? The number of the students who got 1 only. So this is 2. Who got 2 and 3? That is your 5. So 2 plus 5, it is also 7. So you can see here our answer is 7. Okay. Now the third one is your how many students secured the highest mark. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, so what was the highest mark here? The highest mark is 10. Okay, so how many students have got 10? 1 2 3, or from here also you can see that is your 3. So what will be the answer? The answer will be your 3. Okay, now we'll write here. Okay, okay, so we'll write the answer directly. I'm writing here 3. Okay, so 3 students have secured the highest mark. That means all of them has got how much? That is your 3. Okay, then the next fourth one is how many students secured more than 60% marks. Okay, how many students secured more than 60% marks? Now to find out this one, okay, we must know, okay, what will be the 60%. Okay, now 60% of what is the total mark? That is your 10. That means 60% of 10. So 60% means, can I write 60 by 100? Of means multiplication and 10. So this 0 and this 0, this 0 and this 0, then 6. That means 60% of 10 is how much? That is your 6. Okay, now that means the number of students who got 6 or more than 6. Okay, so we'll count these students only. Okay, we'll count these students only, because who are getting less than 6. Okay, less than 6 will not count this one, because you can see here. Okay, how many students secured more than 60% marks? Okay, how many students more than 60% marks? So you can see here. Now we'll count from this. Okay, this arrange data. Okay, that means we need to find out. Okay, how many students got more than 60%. 60% means 10%. Your 60% of 10 is that your 6. That means we need to count the number of students who have got more than your 6. That is your more than 6 means you cannot count 6, so you count here 7 to 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. That means okay, 11 students, okay, have secured your more than 60%. So okay, so your answer you can write here. So answer to the fourth one is your, this will be what your, this will be your 11. So hope all of you have understood. Okay, so it's very easy. So here we have finished our question number 2. Okay, now we'll solve the remaining. Okay, so you can see here question number 3 is also of the same type. The weight in kg of 30 students of a class are this. Okay, so here the question arises, the remaining part is very simple here. Okay, clear? So these two are the same questions. 50 40, you can see here what are the numbers. Okay, the see 50 49 45. Okay, 40, that is from your entries itself you can say your smallest one is what, your 40. Okay, smallest one is your 40, and the biggest one you can see 49 50, maybe it's up to your 60. Okay, maybe it's up to your 60. So you can make from 40 to 45. Okay, 45 to 50, okay, then 50 to 55, then 55 to 60. Okay, this is how you can make your class interval, and you can answer to all these questions. Okay, so these three number I'm leaving as homework. Now we'll go for the fourth one. The value of pi up to 50 decimal places is given below. Okay, the value of pi is given below here up to your 50 decimal places. Now what we need to do, write the frequencies of the following digits in the decimal part above the above number. So write the frequencies means we need to check here 2 is repeated for how many times. Okay, for how many times 2 is repeated here, for how many times 3 is repeated here. Okay, now we'll see it is repeated for how many times. Okay, okay, now see fourth number question. Okay, see, so we'll count. Okay, 2 is repeated for how many times. Okay, let's count here. So you can see here where is the first 2, that is your first one, that means one time, and then you go, this is second time 2. Okay, then this is 3 for 3 times, then this is your 4 times, then that is your 5 times, then no, yes, that means 2 is repeated for how many times, 2 is repeated for 5 times, so it's your frequency will be what, your 5. Now let's count for 3. 3 is repeated for how many times. Okay, so you count here, that is your 1. Okay, then that is your 2, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 7, again 8 times, 9 times, again no, yes, that means 3 is repeated for how many times, that is your 9 times, so its frequency will be what, its frequency will be your 9. Now you check 5 is repeated for how many times here, so start counting from here, that is your 1 time, then again that is your 2 time, that is your 3 time, and then go on 4 time, 4 time, again yet here 5 times, that means your 3 is repeated for how many times, that is your 5 times, so your its frequency will be what, your 5. So hope for the remaining 3 numbers you can count it by yourself. Okay, it's very easy. Okay, then we'll see the fifth number question. Okay, now we'll see the fifth one. Then fifth one, fill in the blanks. Okay, the difference between maximum and the minimum observations in a data is called the dash of the data. So we know when we are finding the maximum and minimum. Okay, and if you find the difference, it is always called what, or it is called your range. So I'm not going to write here. Okay, so you can write here, the answer will be your range. Okay, so I'll write it here. Okay, I'll write in the paper. So fifth number one will be what, your answer will be your range. Okay, then we'll see the second one. The number of observations in a particular class interval is called the days of the class interval. That means, see, something is occurred for how many times. Okay, this is called what? See, you can in question number C also. Okay, 2 is occurred for what? 2 is occurred for 5 times. We call this one as what, your frequency. So this will be what, your, so your answer will be your frequency. Okay, so your answer will be your frequency. Then the next is the range of the data. So now to find out the range of the data, what we know, here is the definition. We need to find out the maximum value. Okay, so this is the third part. What is the maximum value? You see here 15, 13, 14, 17, 19, 16, 14, 15. Yes, 19 is the biggest value, so you write 19. Okay, so I'll show you here. We need to find out what your range. Okay, range, that means we need to write the first biggest value. Then what is the smallest value? 15, 13, 14, 17, 16, 17, that is 13 is the smallest value. So you write here 13. So 19 minus 13, that is your 6. So what is the range here? The range is your 6. Okay, then we'll see the your sixth number question. Fill in the blanks in the following table. Weight in kg, these are the kgs. Class marks. So class marks, what I have said, you need to add the upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. That means, see how to do this one. For the first one, okay, I'll solve here. So what do we know? We know the formula class mark is equal to lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Okay, then you see here, what is the lower limit here? That is your 10. What is the upper limit here? That is your 20. Okay, what is the, you can see here 10 and 20, so 10 plus 20 divided by 2. Then you can see here 10 plus 20, that is your 30. 30 divides 2, that is your what? 15. So what is the class mark for the first interval 10 to 20? That is your 15. So okay, now we'll see for the second one, 20 and 30. That means lower limit is 20, upper limit is your 30. Then you do the same thing here also. Lower limit is your 20, upper limit is your 30 divided by 2. Okay, so 20 plus 35, that is your how much? 50, that is your 55. So 55 divides. Okay, so sorry, actually this one should be your for the second one 20 and for the second one, that is your 20 and 30. Okay, I have written 20 and 35. So this is going to be the second one. Okay, the second one is your 20 and 30. So your lower limit is 20, upper limit is your 30. Now divided by 2. So 20 plus 30, that is your 50. 50 divides 2, that is your 25. Okay, then go for the third one. So the third one is 30 and 40. So what will be the lower limit is 30, upper limit is your 40 divided by 2. Okay, just I am putting in this formula. Okay, then 30 plus 40, that is your 70. 70 divides 2, that is your 35. Okay, so now these remaining two are given to you as homework. Okay, then the next is your 7th number. Okay, okay, so the remaining questions we'll discuss in our next class. Okay, so this is what for the today's class, and hope all of you have understood. Okay, so here I have given 2-3 questions to you as a homework. Okay, you just try to solve it by yourself. Okay, and if you have any doubts, then do let me know. Okay, so thank you very much.